watching Let's Chat.
Coming up this weekend, something you may be interested in, particularly if you don't have a green thumb. And if you're like me, it's difficult to grow anything other than weeds. However, our next two guests can overcome that, and they can do so very quickly. It is Carlton Mathis and Skeeter Gallagher. This is the president and vice president of the Master Gardeners of Hamilton County. First of all, Skeeter, Carlton, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
What does it take to become a master gardener?
What it takes to become a master gardener is to apply for our upcoming class. We have a class that starts February of 2024.
Right.
It's a 15-week program, all things garden related, landscape and horticulture related.
Yes.
And I know you've been doing this for a long time. Skeeter, how long have you been active in gardening?
Well, my whole life, basically.
Really?
But I moved here and joined the Master Gardeners in 2022.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Give me an example of what's going to be happening coming up this Saturday.
Well, this Saturday is what we call our Fall Festival.
Right.
And the intent of the Fall Festival is to educate people on how to get your gardens and landscaping ready for the fall. And also, if you get it ready for the fall, in the spring, you'll be better prepared to start up.
What's one of the biggest mistakes folks made when they are trying to put a successful or decent or even beginner garden in the ground? What's a mistake number one? Skeeter.
They don't prep. They don't plan.
How do you do that when you're planting?
Well,
Or how do you not do that when you're planting, as the case may be?
speak with someone. Go to your local centers. Come and visit the Master Gardeners. We have a table at our Fall Festival called Ask a Master Gardener.
Right.
And you can come out and ask us how to plan or how to prep. Getting the soil ready is number one.
And you can't just throw chemicals on it, rake it very quickly, and it's ready to plant the next day. It's got to sit there and get acquainted. You got to turn it over several times.
Yeah,
right?
it's just like humans. You know, you don't give raw vegetables to a little kid. You
Right.
prepare it to give it so they can get the nutrients when they need it.
Sure.
Because one of the biggest mistakes is if you're buying plants or shrubbery, read the label and find out how big it's going to get, what it needs for sunlight or shade. And that's all part of what Skeeter said, the planning part of it, thinking about it. If you prepare properly, you'll be successful.
Tell me about some of the vendors you're going to have on site this weekend.
Oh, that's exciting. We have 15 vendors.
Wow.
We have Two Angels Mushroom and Figs, Custom Landscape Design, Gospel Urban Farmer. We have River Rock Gardens, Rustic Greenhouse, the Tennessee Native Plant Society, the Blueberry Farm, and the Orchid Gallery. We also have exhibits from the Chattanooga Bluebird Society, Tennessee Valley Beekeepers, and the Tennessee Valley Wild Ones.
Very
These
nice.
are great resources to ask questions and learn.
A lot of people don't associate beekeeping with gardening, but the two are intimately and very closely related.
Yes.
Wouldn't have any food if it wasn't for the bees.
Yeah, and one of the things that the Tennessee Native Plant Society do, and what Master Gardeners emphasize, is for people to plant pollinator plants, native plants that the butterflies and bees are attracted to and are used to in this area, and that'll help the pollinators, and then the pollinators will help us when they pollinate our food crops.
Any idea of how many folks you're expecting to attend the festival?
We expect to get at least 500 folks there.
Wow.
If the weather's good.
Weather will be good. I'll guarantee you that.
Okay, if you guarantee the weather,
guarantee you that.
we're good. And Skeeter, she mentioned the vendors, but we also have 14 Master Gardener demonstration booths. Composting, raised beds, shade gardening, monarch butterflies. You know, we put the Fall Festival on. You know, the vendors are trying to sell stuff, of course,
Sure.
but our goal is to educate the public on all things garden related, horticulture related.
And that's nothing that you can learn totally in one day. You've been doing this for years, as you have. Do you find yourself still learning and
Yes.
putting things in your mental filing cabinet when it comes to gardening?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all the time. And what you learn is what you can't do. So if you can't do something, stop doing that. You know, like people, you know, they'll try to plant landscape in the middle of the summer,
Right.
but won't water it. You know, you should do landscaping in the fall where we get the cooler weathers. Typically, we get a lot more rain in the fall.
Right.
It gives the landscaping a chance to set roots so that they can survive the the drought the following summers.
All right, what about food? You're going to have food trucks there, correct?
Yes, we have a hot dog. Pop's Dog sells hot dogs. He was there last year or a couple years ago. Excellent, and we're going to have kettle corn there as well.
Right.
And snow cones. You got to have kettle corn in
Oh,
for
yeah,
Fall Festival.
absolutely. And again, tell me a little more about your next Master Gardener class or your next Master Gardener program that folks can enroll in.
Well, right now we're accepting applications that a class begins on Monday called Welcome Home Tennessee. It's a new program for people that want to get into gardening or recently moved here. It'll be every Monday, early evening throughout October.
Right.
And then the intern class.
We start taking applications for the intern class in November and December, and then we start the class late January, early February.
Something the Master Gardeners of Hamilton County are doing constantly all around the year. You're always either doing something or making plans to do something when it comes to teaching us how to be better gardeners and how to develop even a part of the green thumb that you two so obviously have. Skeeter and Carlton, I want to thank you both for joining us. All right, you want more information on how to become a Master Gardener and what's going on at the Fall Garden Festival coming up this weekend? Check out the website, and there it is. Again, the festival this Saturday from 10 until 4 at the Hamilton County Extension Office just off Bonnie Oaks Drive. We're back with more after this.